The Wise King and the Honest Worker. Once upon a time, there was a wise king who ruled over a prosperous kingdom. The king was known for his fairness and believed that the strength of his kingdom came from the hard work of his people. One day, the king wanted to test the integrity of his workers. He announced that a great reward awaited the worker who could pass a difficult test of honesty. The king called his workers and handed each a small bag of seeds. He told them to plant these seeds and return after 1 month with the fruits of their labor. Among the workers was a humble man named Ramesh, who worked diligently for the king. Ramesh was grateful for the opportunity and took the king's task seriously. Ramesh planted the seeds carefully and watered them every day. He waited patiently for them to sprout, but no matter how much he cared for them, nothing grew. Weeks passed, and Ramesh began to lose hope. The other workers boasted of the plants they were growing, but Ramesh's seeds remained lifeless. Ramesh thought about replacing the seeds but decided against it. He believed in the importance of honesty and did not want to deceive the king. The day came for the workers to present their plants to the king. Ramesh felt ashamed and embarrassed, but he knew he had done his best. The other workers brought beautiful plants and flowers. They proudly presented their results to the king, while Ramesh stood silently at the back. When it was Ramesh's turn, he approached the king with his empty pot. With a trembling voice he said, "Your Majesty, I planted the seeds and took care of them, but they did not grow." The king examined Ramesh's empty pot and smiled. The room fell silent as the king rose from his throne. The king then turned to the other workers and said, "All of you have lied." He revealed that the seeds he had given were boiled and could not grow. The workers were stunned and tried to justify themselves, but the king shook his head. "You replaced the seeds, but Ramesh was the only one who remained honest." The king praised Ramesh for his honesty and integrity. He declared that Ramesh's honesty was more valuable than any plant that could have been grown. The king announced that Ramesh would be richly rewarded. He gave Ramesh a generous amount of land and gold for his truthfulness. Ramesh was overwhelmed with gratitude, thanking the king for his generosity. He bowed deeply, humbled by the recognition. The other workers left the palace in shame, learning a valuable lesson about honesty. They realized that true success comes from integrity, not shortcuts. Ramesh returned to his village and used his new land to help others. He shared his wealth with the less fortunate and became a beloved figure in the kingdom. The kingdom flourished under the wise rule of the king and the example of Ramesh. Honesty and hard work became the values everyone strived to follow. Ramesh lived a fulfilling life, remembered for his truthfulness and kindness. His story became a legend, passed down through generations as a reminder of the power of honesty. Moral of the story: honesty is the greatest virtue. In the end, truth and integrity are always rewarded, even when the path seems difficult.